Okay, now we have this base mesh, and I'm gonna try to make the guy on the left side. And still, I'm not going to work very much on details because I need to find the likeness first, because it's kind of the same guy, but in the same time, there's way more details on this second level blockouts. I will be using clay buildup brush, maybe with the lazy mouse on maximum, and just by adding some stuff, we'll try to kind of make this guy look like the guy on the left side. And maybe we'll start with the main shapes. Add some nasolabial fat. And maybe I need to subdivide it, or maybe it's too early to subdivide it. So this is Orbicularis oris kind of shape here. Maybe a little more subdivision would be nice. Let's switch off the polish, increase the poly count resolution, and subdivide. Let's see how it works now. Yeah, there is more detailization. So nasolabial fat and Orbicularis oris lateral part. And seems like this guy is more masculine than this guy, so probably we need to increase some masculinity by, maybe we need to widen a little bit the chin, make it bigger, but not too much bigger, but still a little bigger, a little longer, and maybe a little bit more angular. The nose definitely is smaller, so maybe we need to increase the size. And by using clay buildup, we can add some more volume. So cheekbones, definitely we need to increase the cheekbones. Nasolabial fat, orbicularis oris, and depressor anguli oris. So under lips there is like two columns or pillars. We call it mouth pillars. Actually, this coming from Elliot Goldfinger. So he was the one who invented this. I think he invented this idea of two pillars supporting the mouth. So basically the mouth is sitting on top of the two pillars. Lazy mouse. So damn standard. Vermilion border. Mouth opening. Maybe a little bit more or vermilion border. So this mouth's kind of like more fat, a little bigger. And you see there is not much of the thickness of the lips. So the thickness of the lips is actually easily fixed by creating extra facet. Well, I'm working now too much on details, a little bit too early. But I just, okay, those are not his lips. Anyway, let's keep working on the volumes. Let's add a little bit here. Pillars. What about this guy here? And of course there's two kind of, it's like a split chin. Later I will split it, not now. Let's work a little bit on nose. Maybe I went a little bit too far. Okay. Nasolabial fold. You have to be careful with nasolabial fold, because if you put it too much, then it's a completely different character. So here we have philtrum, these philtrum columns 1 and 2 here. So let's add a little volume there, and then separate those philtrum columns from the roof of the mouth. Maybe a little bit too big brush. Yeah, now we separated them. And as you can see, here is also this node sitting on top of the roof of the mouth. The orbit, one of the most visible parts of the orbit is tear through. maybe deeper here. Okay, as you can see, the forehead is much more detailed. Not only three planes, but 5 planes, like 3 on each, 2 on each side and 1 in the middle. So we, in some moment, it's very nice if we could divide the forehead, the brow ridge, just clean it up, and you see there's more details in the brow ridge now. At the moment, we have these superciliary arches, these 2 guys. Those are like definitely the one of the masculinity elements. Not only the brow ridge, but basically the parts of the brow ridge. Okay, detailing the eye detailization will take much more time. Let's work with the character of the head. Maybe we need to increase some occiput, some just back of the head, just a little bit more, to make it a little bit to make it more sensitive, because if you have bigger occiput, it gives this appearance of the sensitive personality. As more flat occiput you have, as like more rational person looking. Let's add a little bit parietal eminences here. Seems like that there is some more volume. Yeah, and it's very nice if you constantly rotate the object, because then you kind of, if you're working from one angle too much, then you're missing some, you might miss some of the form. You know, from that angle which you're working from, it looks okay, but then when you turn it, all of a sudden, it's just like completely different person. Masseter muscle. As you can see, it kind of goes backwards. The masseter muscle is an interesting one, because there is a zygomatic bone, and masseter muscle kind of follows the direction what the zygomatic bone gives to the masseter. Yeah. This is buccal space, buccal area is between the 2 muscles, between depressor angularis and masseter muscle. So it feels like that the ear is a little bit sitting on the face. So I think it's need to be just move a little backwards, and maybe angle of the ear is a little bit more slightly different. The volume for the nose I would increase a little bit here, and actually the tip of the nose is much more massive on the guy on the left here. So maybe we need to add some volume to the nose. Just a little bit of the volume. As you can see, mostly I'm using the clay buildup, and it's very handy in this stage because we still not working on details yet, so we still building the main shapes and the main characters. So as soon as this guy is looking like this guy, then we can start work on more on details, because now it's kind of a little too early, and we don't want to subdivide it yet too much. Maybe we can already set up the eyebrow. And as you know, males' eyebrows are lower and more straight, and females are more curved and more arched and higher. Actually, the space in between the eyebrow and the eye on a female is higher, and on a male is lower. Superciliary arches. So it's kind of start to becoming relative. Maybe this angle here and this angle here is a little bit different, so we need to correct it. Yeah, now it's more similar. Yeah, very massive masseter muscles, but we'll fix them.